What's good? What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Fares Muthana. And welcome to another great edition of Good Friends, Better Rivals. Today we are not live. I'm not going to lie to you. We're not. It's pre-recorded. But we did record it on the Friday. We just couldn't record it at 5 o'clock, unfortunately. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to be talking about another great week of NFL action. The Dallas Cowboys played on Monday night against the Las Vegas Raiders. Our own Caleb Ochoa was there live with his pops was there too.
Yes.
Yeah, you and your dad was there. A historical moment on that Monday night. Then we're also going to talk about the game between the Packers and the Giants. We got the full Jameis Winston experience, the full experience. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Let's get right into the Monday night game because that's a historical moment. Caleb has finally seen the Dallas Cowboys win a game live.
Yes.
So that was a great moment. Caleb, take me through all the emotions, the happiness that you went through watching your team finally get a victory in front of you.
It was great. It was great moments going into it. Seeing all the Cowboys fans going into that
Mhm.
stadium, filling up that, it felt like a home game for us. Just being in that building, and there was, there was a lot of Cowboys fans in Vegas.
What happens? What happens when you're against the Raiders because they stink?
Yes. So it was great energy going into the game. Um, and yeah, but it didn't start off too well. At least
No,
the
it
game.
didn't. No, it didn't. Max Crosby, he was on fire early on, but then it kind of tailed off.
Yeah. That opening, it was like, oh boy, is it happening again? Am I just bad
Voodoo,
luck? Am I just
yeah,
bad luck going to the
that,
games? I never
that
go again. But then it turned around quickly. Dak got back to his, how he's been playing before the last two games, and he got on track, getting it to really all his receivers, and then the defense finally looks improved. And yeah, you can say it's just the Raiders. Um,
it is the Raiders.
but I mean, it was just the Giants. It was just the Cardinals. It was just all the other teams that scored a bunch of points on us.
Yeah, it's true.
So I mean, yeah, you can say that, but all the other teams, I mean, there were bad teams, bad quarterbacks who lit us up, and that did not happen on Monday night.
The
Uh,
Giants game was a divisional game. Divisional games are a little
Yeah, but we
weird, but
shouldn't have still, it doesn't matter. We
we should
shouldn't
have won
allow
that.
Russell Wilson to light us
Mhm.
up for 37 points.
Yeah, we should have won that game, but that's a
I
question
mean,
for
well,
another
how
day.
is that any better than what Geno Smith can do?
It's a good point. You know what? You're actually correct.
So yeah, I mean, so the fact that we actually kept them to 16 points, I do find that as an improvement. I'm not saying we're
That
great
is
or
no,
anything.
it's definitely an
I'm
improvement.
just saying that's an improvement. That's an
That's
improved
definitely an
defense.
improvement. That is definitely an improvement. So good for you, man. Siobhan Ravel
Yeah,
had his debut. Quinn Williams second game.
it was the first game with
Is
us.
this his first game?
Yeah,
Oh, it is.
we
Quinn Williams
basically had
is
a whole new defense.
yeah. So yeah, Logan Wilson, Quentin Williams, Siobhan Ravel was playing. So three new
The
starters.
Marvin got overshown.
Marvin Overshone came back. So yeah, the defenses, they're getting some bodies. The defense is starting to get a little bit better. Good for you, man.
Yeah, you could tell how he played throughout the game. We were getting pressure a lot because of that interior, especially Quinn Williams himself getting pressure. He got a sack and a half, and that allowed the other guys to get in there as well. Kenny Clark was playing back to how he was playing earlier in the year.
Hmm.
Osa had the most pressure, the most pressures on the defensive line. It really allowed the whole defensive line to really um, open up, and Quinn Williams, got a lot of attention, and the defense played better. I mean, linebackers, played decent at least, and then we saw some problems with the safety play. Brock Bowers got open a little too much. Find spots in the zone
Hmm.
coverage. So that's still a problem. So that eating up with the tight end, but mostly they were just kind of thrown to the side a lot, to the sideline, and that's why you see Deron Bland led us in tackles for that reason. wasn't because you don't want your quarterback to lead your tackles, but in this case, it made sense because they were throwing short the whole time, and he had to just come up and run up and make the tackle.
Mm-hmm.
So that still looked good. And he played a lot better. What a much better game from Drum playing. After the game against the Cardinals, where yeah, did not look good at all for him, but definitely played a lot better in this game. And then offensively, we just George Pickens, my God, I mean, he was awesome. I mean, the effort that he was showing on every play, like it was like he was trying to get a touchdown every time he got the ball. Like he was breaking tackles, fighting for yardage. Uh, it was amazing. Like just making incredible catches. Um, my God, like that dude. I mean,
So
he,
y'all should punish him and CD Lamb more often.
yeah, they
What
were
happened? Have we gotten more about what happened? It was
they were
definitely
at
a
the Red Rock, gambling.
ah ah. They're at the Red Rock spinning some dice, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Okay, I understand. I understand. Yeah, yeah,
So that's what happened. So they got benched for that for the first series.
yeah,
It was a crappy series anyways. So
yeah.
um,
Because they weren't on the field.
yeah, yeah,
That's
probably.
why. You
Yeah.
know, when you're Dak Prescott and you drop back and you're like, hey, that's not CD Lamb. Why is Ryan Floyd there?
He
Odd.
made a touchdown. He had a touchdown in the game.
So did Jake Ferguson, but he only had 16 yards. So like,
Oh, did he?
so it's like, wait, that's Jalen Tolbert. Where's George? What? I bet you Dak was like, hey, can y'all put them back on the field, please? All right. They were okay, fine. They were gambling a little.
I
All
mean,
right, who cares?
I think a fine would have sufficed.
Suffice, yeah.
Yeah,
Take their winnings. Like,
yeah.
yeah, there are now. Your winnings are now ours. So how much you win at the craps table? 5 grand. Well, give me 5 grand right now. Go. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So yeah. So yeah, yeah. Well,
but
but you had to do that. You don't want to be like. I understand. Your star players get a little leeway, but like that's like if they're like, oh, they're like running like 5 minutes late to like a meeting. Yeah, I had gambling the night before at the Red Rock. You need a little bit
I
more
mean, it was a
severe.
night game. I mean, they had all day to recover.
But you still need to punish them a bit. Not egregious like a full quarter or a game. So a series is fine. It's one,
I
and it's
mean,
like,
extra
and it's
laps
a,
at practice would have been better. Huh?
and like bro, and like you're against like the Raiders, so you're like, oh, the first series we're
I
gonna be
know
fine.
that's how I
It's
was thinking. It was
yeah,
the
it's like, oh, it's
Raiders.
the Raiders, guys.
I
You know what I
mean,
mean? Like it's the Raiders. We're
they are the
good.
series.
Let's say if we don't score in our first series against them, we're fine. You know what I mean? And they're fine. They're fine. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So yeah.
Um, yeah, and then we ran the ball well. Javante Williams got back on track as well. Offensive line was doing pretty good there. We didn't really let Max Crosby, besides that first series. After that, he wasn't really that effective.
All they have is Max Crosby. You just shift protection towards Max
Yeah, I mean that's
Crosby.
what we did. We did a
Yeah.
lot of different things. We were sending Ferguson over there to double
Chip.
team him. We even had Turpin go over there and try to just get in his way
Mm-hmm.
on a play. So yeah, we were doing a lot
Chipping
to
does a lot. Chipping does a lot of work because you throw because they want to run it. Defensive linemen want to run like kind of like a straight curved line where they bend at the end. When you chip them, you knock them off of their straight line, and they got to readjust, and it takes a time to readjust. And then as they're readjusting, your tackle got them, and they're done. They're done.
and I think yeah, and this was the one thing I really liked, and I know Ashton Genty hasn't done what he was drafted to do, but the fact that we shut him down for like what 6 7 yards or something like that um, was great. I mean, because obviously our biggest problem is we can't stop the run.
Mm-hmm.
We've been trying to do that, trying to fix
7 yards.
the run defense. Um,
He got 7 yards. Raheem Mostert got 6 yards.
yeah,
And then Geno Smith was their leading rusher at 14 yards.
we got that safety on him um, as well. That was like a great moment just to like finish off the game, just with the
Mm-hmm.
getting that just stuck in him. And
Yeah,
then
because like look at this defensive line, man. Look at this. It's Max Crosby, Thomas Booker the fourth, Adam Butler, Malcolm Kuntz. Like what is that? Like what is that? Then look at the linebackers, bro. Devin White, El Ellen Don Roberts, Jamal Adams. Like, ugh. I mean, it's like disgusting. And then, bro, they're starting Darnay Holmes. I know all about Darnay Holmes. That's Dirty 30.
I don't even know who that is.
He was our former slot corner for the Giants. He was there for like 6 years. The man literally held on every play. He held on every play. You remember the Washington Commanders game where we committed that egregious pass interference penalty on Terry McLaurin, but we won the game. Remember that one at the
No,
end?
there's a lot of those.
Well, no, it was literally just one, but sure, buddy.
There's a
It
lot of
was
those.
it was him. He was the
Didn't
one
you? What do
who.
you mean that L just won? You guys beat them all the time when they
No,
suck.
no, we beat them all the time, but that was the game where like we shouldn't have beat them. Like we got away with like a bad penalty. But all the other times, like we beat them straight up. Like we beat them. The only team Daniel Jones knew how to beat was the Washington Commanders. He was 5-1-1, which is makes me laugh to this day. Yeah, so like
Well,
at the end of
Daniel
the game.
Jones is good. So what are you talking about?
Okay, sure, okay, guys. So like yeah, so Tyler Heineke like throws him the ball, and literally Darnay Holmes just like tackles Terry McLaurin, and Terry's like, "That's a penalty," and the ref was like, "No, it ain't. That's him. He's horrible. That's their starting corner. This team stinks.
Yeah,
This team is bad, bro. Like they got Eric Stokes. I know one of my Packers friends.
but they beat the Patriots.
How? 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 That's the craziest thing. How, bro? Like, wait, hold on. When did they beat the Patriots?
Week one.
Oh, that's why. Oh, that's why.
Well,
Okay.
still,
No, I know, but like bad teams get revealed on as the season goes along. Week one, you can get an upset on week one.
I mean, you were revealed week one. You sucked from the beginning.
Yes, but we had Russell
So what are
Wilson
you
though.
talking about?
Yeah, we had Russell Wilson. We found out Russell. We found out real bad. Like Russell Wilson's not that good. He's done. Like he's done. But this team is bad, bro. They got Jeremy Chin as a safety. He can't play safety. Ask Brodney. Brodney's like, yeah, I like him, but he ain't a safety. This team is horrible. Like, God, dude. Somebody save Max Crosby. Someone save him.
Well, we tried to trade for him.
Someone save him. Someone save Myles Garrett. Someone save them. I know they got their contracts and they're getting paid big money.
A lot of money.
A lot, especially Myles Garrett. The man got $72 million guaranteed to be like, it's like, Cleveland's nice this time around. You know what I mean? It's this time around, Cleveland's nice. But dude, this team is so bad. Just so bad. And then look at the offense, bro. Dude, they had Jackson Powers Johnson playing center, and then they told him to play guard.
I think he was hurt.
Oh, now he's hurt because he was playing guard at one point. So your best center is playing guard, and your best guard was playing center. It made no sense. Pete Carroll was making random nonsense. Bro, look at the receivers, bro. Dante Thornton Jr., Tyler Lockett, Trey Tucker, Alex Bachman. I know all about Alex Bachman. No offense to Alex Bachman. But he was like receiver 8 in New York. Stone Forsythe is horrible. Yo, this team stinks. This team stinks, man. You picked the right game to break the curse, Caleb.
Yeah.
You picked the right game because this team is horrible.
But I mean, I've been saying that. I mean, you think we beat the Cardinals? Those Cardinals teams that I went to. I mean, they weren't well, except for the first one, but that 2010 one wasn't good. Yeah. So I would have thought we would have won. Yeah, the other two games, yeah, probably should have picked better games because definitely knew we were going to lose against the Lions last year.
Yeah.
And that 2012 Redskins team was a surprise.
Oh yeah, that one year they won the division.
Yeah, they beat us on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, didn't they win the division with like 7? They're like 7, 8, and 1 or something.
No, that was 2015. That was No, it's 2015 or 2020.
That was
2012.
the that was the year we were gonna. That was the year we could have made the playoffs. I think at like 6-10. If
Mm,
like if
2012 was they were 9-7. We were 8-8.
yeah, yeah, no, because I remember one year it was the Eagles, Commanders. We needed the Eagles to beat the Commanders, or they were the Washington football team at that point. Then like they were gonna beat the Commanders,
That was
but then
2020.
yeah, and then Doug Peterson pulls the starting quarterback. Was it Jalen Hurts?
Yeah.
Or is it? It was
Yeah,
Jalen Hurts,
that was
and
your
then they
first
put
year.
in. I don't know who their backup was. Um.
It
Oh,
was
Nate Sudfeld. They put
not
Nate
that.
Sudfeld in the game, and people were like, "Wait, are the Eagles just quitting? They're quitting. They quit. The Eagles quit." And
We
Giants fan,
we could have had a chance to win the division in
yeah,
the last game if we had beaten you in the. I think
no, but we beat you.
If the Eagles had won, I know that's what I'm saying. If we
Yeah,
had beaten you, the Eagles had won.
you would have made, and you
We
would
would
have,
have we
because
would
you
have
would have
won the
made the you
division
as well, six and
at like
ten.
6-10.
Yeah, yeah, because you guys ended 5-11. We were 6-10, and they were 7-9.
Yeah,
So, but if we were both 6-10, we owned the tiebreaker over the Commanders because I think we swept them. I think. I don't know.
yeah, we could have won the division at 6-10.
Yeah,
That would have
and
been embarrassing.
it would have been so embarrassing for the NFL if the Giants made the playoffs at 6-10. But like it was Sunday night, the Eagles quit in the fourth quarter. They quit. Like they put in Nate Sudfeld, and the Commanders win the game. And yeah, I remember that was the funniest day of my entire life because I was mad. I was like, oh my god, that's BS. They should have, But then I realized, dude, we were 6-10. We were a horrible team. We would have been the worst team ever to make the playoffs.
Yeah,
We would have been the worst team ever to make the playoffs. And it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. They would have changed the rules just to stop that from ever happening again. Like ever. I think divisions would have been destroyed after that.
yeah, but
Like
it still should have been. I mean, it's not like the Commanders went in 7-9. That's not that much
but
better.
yeah, but then they won a playoff game.
Did they win that?
Yeah, they won the wild card game.
Uh,
Um and I think they beat Tampa? They beat Tampa? I think it was Tampa.
no, they
No.
won the Super Bowl. Buccaneers won the Super Bowl that
Okay,
year.
no. Oh yeah, yeah. Who they beat? I don't know who they beat. Hold up, now I need to know. Continue. Dallas Cowboys.
I
You
mean, it's
know.
not much more than that. I mean, Vegas sucks.
Yeah, that's
It's great to be there. We got back on track. Hope has been restored. Optimism has been restored, at least for 1 week.
yeah for 1 week.
Like I said, we're just going week by week. Just take one game at a time, and for that week, we can be happy. Our season stays alive, but it might end this weekend. But for now, I could hope and dream that we can continue and get on a run here.
Oh no, no, Tampa beat them. They almost beat Tampa. They lost only by 8. It was 31-23. I remember the game. It was yeah. It was they almost beat them. So like to prove that they actually deserve to be in the playoffs. I remember that game. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, they lost. All right. Let's move on to I love how we kind of derailed and start talking about the Washington Commanders. Shout out to the Commanders. Um Shout out to the homie Quan. He's a Commanders fan. But yeah, let's move on to the New York Giants. A little bit more happening this week. I was Mike Kafka's first game as interim head coach. Brian Daboll had just been fired. It was a home game coming. It was against the Packers, and overall, it was a good game, I guess, to watch if you were a neutral, but not really because the elements really hampered the game because it was really windy. It was like windy. Like um, they had to hold the ball for kickoffs. Dude, some of these missed kicks were going wide left, wide right. Young Hoku didn't miss anything, actually, which is funny.
I thought he missed the extra point.
Oh, he did miss. Yeah, he did miss an extra point. Did he make a field goal? I thought he made a field goal. I guess not. Oh yeah, so he missed an extra point. Yeah, dude, the wind was crazy. The wind was crazy. Their kicker went 1 for 3 in both misses, bro. Yeesh. Both misses were bad. But it just pissed me off that when they needed a punt to go their way, they got a punt in the wind. And I'm like, come on, bro. Of course the Giants are going to get screwed because of this. But yeah, man, Jordan Love didn't play good early on
No.
because of the elements and because of the game plan. They only passed the ball 24 times. They ran the ball.
But what I
Emmanuel
told you
Wilson.
was going to happen did happen.
What?
Michael Parsons kicked y'all's ass.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No,
He
he didn't,
literally
bro.
got a ton of pressure on James
No, he
Winston. He
didn't.
literally made the.
No, he
Yes, he
didn't.
did. Yes, he did.
No,
I
he
literally
didn't.
watched the game. What are you talking
He had
about?
that one sack at the end where it
He
was
had a
4th
sack and
down.
a half.
Yeah, the two sacks where we had to throw it deep and Jameis is running around. Yeah,
Yeah,
towards
he
the end
got
of the
him
game.
down.
Yeah, but for most of the game, he did nothing. Watch the game. I
I
watched the
did watch the
game.
game.
No, you didn't,
Yes,
because
I
you're
did.
lying right now.
I'm not lying right
He
now.
literally was a non-factor.
Oh my god.
He was a non-factor.
Oh my god.
I watched his reps against Andrew Thomas. He won 1 rep. He won 1 rep. What did I tell you? He stayed on the right side. What did I tell you? He stayed on the right side. The pressure he got, the sack he got, he was on the right side. Because he didn't want 78. He didn't want those problems. He don't want those problems. See, you're
Okay.
not fighting me because you would fight me because you know I was right. He spent the entire day on the right side and you know it. And
Still got pressure.
Oh my God, bro. How did he get pressure when we ran the ball 36 times, Caleb? We didn't pass the ball.
When
What
you
are you
did
talking
pass
about?
the ball.
Jameis Winston. Oh, she had 29 attempts?
Yeah, exactly. Who watched the game? Who watched the game now? Did you watch the game?
It didn't feel
I don't
like
think
it.
you watched the game.
It didn't feel like it. It did not feel like he had 29 attempts. Bro, we had 36 rushes. None of the rushes went for negative yardage. None of them. None of them went for negative yardage. They got 0 TFLs in this game. And then at the end of the game, we're like, you know what? Let's start passing the ball. Like, what are you doing? They can't stop the run. Keep running the ball. One of the touchdown passes was a great pass by Jordan Love. It was back corner on Christian Watson, back corner, pinpoint pass. It was great. The first touchdown, Art Stapleton said you can't blame Tay Banks for that. Yeah, I can, because he's behind the receiver. You're in the red zone and you're behind the receiver. That's not great coverage. You want to shade them in front. Why are you behind the receiver? So you let him cross in front of you and you let him take over the space. That's bad coverage. So the first touchdown pass was Tay Banks' fault. Why are you behind the receiver? He's running around and he's behind the receiver. You want to cut in front of him. Because what you do is you want the receiver to go to the back, right? Because you want to use the back of the end zone as your helper. So let's say they jump for the ball in the back of the end zone, you just shove them out. But that's my things, like when they say don't let them get inside release, right? You want them always to bounce to the outside. Why? Because when you're running next to them, you use the out of bounds as kind of like your other corner because they can't step out of bounds. So you kind of pin them to the out of bounds line, like legally. You don't push them. That's, pass interference. You just squeeze. You squeeze on the coverage. Same thing with here. You let them, you try to get them, you don't want them to cut in front of you. You want them to cut behind you. So when they try to get a pass, they throw it high or they throw it near, you then just push them out of bounds. You use the back of the end zone as like a 12th defender or kind of your double. And he didn't do that. He just let Christian Watson get in front of him and he caught the pass. And if you're a good enough wide receiver, you can catch a ball with a hand in your face. That's what he did. But the second pass, that was amazing by Jordan Love. We ran the ball. We should have kept running the ball. Jameis Winston shouldn't have had 29 attempts. Run the ball. And here's the thing too, Caleb. We didn't use play action. We're running the ball 36 times, and on pass plays, you don't mix in play action. It was just bam, dropbacks. We used a lot of screens because the wind was, the wind just was crazy that day. Again, we had a chance to win the game. Literally that's literally been the motto of this season, Caleb. They had a chance. They had a chance. And what bad teams do, they don't execute on those chances. You had a chance to beat Dallas. You had a chance to beat New Orleans. You had a chance to beat Denver. You had a chance. Who were we against last week? Chicago. We had a chance to beat Chicago.
You should have beat Chicago.
We should have beaten Chicago. Like, we had a chance. We should have beaten you. But, doofus, So if we had a chance to dubs, let's talk about it. We beat you. We're 1-1. We had a chance. We're 1-1. Chicago, that's another win. That's 2. Denver, that's 3. This game is 4. We beat Philly. That's 5. See, we already have 5 wins. We had a chance. That's 5 wins. We had a chance. That's the motto. We had a chance. And it shows you why they're losers. Because winning teams win because of those chances. Losing teams that are rotten to the core, from the management all the way down, lose and stay losing. We had a chance. That's literally been the motto. We had a chance. You know what I mean? We had a chance against Washington, but no. So 6. We could have had 6 wins this year. We had a chance, but it never happened. Well, the first Philly game, we didn't have a chance. We just whooped their ass. That's the difference. Shout out to Jackson Dart's first start. That was his first start. So, you had a chance, but you're a loser, and you lost. That's what happened. Yep. Mike Kafka isn't saying, "Oh, it wasn't the coaching. It wasn't the coaching staff that was the problem. It's the organization that's the problem." If you're still losing the same way with a new head coach, even though he's an interim, it's the organization.
Well, then that's why Joe Shane should be fired as well.
Thank you, Caleb. That's literally what I said when we fired Brian Daboll. Why is he still here? But like I said, he probably told the ownership.
Probably because they feel like because they're competitive in these games,
it's the players
that they have talent to win it. Yeah. But the coach is screwing up the games, and that's probably why. And it's like, okay, James Shane filled out this team to be competitive, but the coach can't get it done. So that's why they made the decision.
That's what I said last week. Remember? That's what he probably...
I'm just reiterating, goddammit.
Sorry, my bad. But thank you. Yeah, he probably went into the meeting with John Mara and said, I've drafted good players. I've drafted them. They're misusing them. He needs to go. And I'll find a better coach that can utilize them. And you know what? Paulson Adebo was really good when they fixed it for those 2 weeks period when Shane Bowen fixed it, and then he got injured in the Denver game. It was Philly then Denver. Like that's what broke. That's what broke this team, right? Because the defense changed against Philly. It changed, right? A lot of man coverage. We were, Jalen Hurts had a lot of time, right? But he couldn't find anybody downfield because Javon Holland and Paulson Adebo were covering them with Cordell Flott. They had a great game, all 3 of them. Then in Denver, all 3 of them get hurt. Cordell gets a concussion because Bobby Okereke punches him in the face. Yeah, his own teammate. Javon Holland hurts his knee, and Paulson Adebo hurt his knee. Right? So those 3 in the back end for 7 quarters, Caleb, the defense was legit. And then those 3 get injured right before the 4th quarter. And it all falls apart because guess what happens? They start picking on Tay Banks. They start picking on, Drew Phillips. Right? Like they're not good corners. They can't cover, which is hilarious. Because Drew's a great tackler, but you're a corner. You need to know how to cover. And that's what happened. And then now, because Paulson's still hurt, Paulson isn't back. He's been hurt since Denver. But then again, you signed him after he broke his leg in New Orleans. But he hurt his knee, though. So the leg, the knee, is it connected? When you break your leg, what happens to your knee? It's all connected to me, I personally think. Because your bone, because the body's all connected. You know, your hip bone is connected to your leg bone. We all know about that anatomy. You know, you're signing hurt players. I have a model where you never draft or sign players off of injury, especially massive injuries like breaking their leg. That's personally me. I don't know why you would sign a guy like that. People still, that's why New Orleans let him walk because of the leg injury. But, people kept saying like, oh, but Fares, he's a good corner. He's a good man corner. They're telling me, I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. But look what happened to Trayvon Diggs. He has talent. He always hurt.
Yeah.
You guys stink not because you lack talent, it's that you're never healthy. Duran tore his Achilles. He hurt his knee. DeMarvin tore his knee again. How do they fill out? Because at some point it catches up to you. And you know what? That's what happened with this defense, man. But also too, man. I saw what happens when. So one of the plays, it was Emmanuel Wilson's touchdown run. Dexter Lawrence, 3 men attack him. He was triple teamed, right? They left. I don't know. I think they brought another tackle or was at a tight end. He pinned off the edge, and then Demetrius Flanagan fouls.
He actually's been played well in that game.
Demetrius?
I heard every time they there was a good play. It was always like him made the tackle, or he was showing up a lot on the field.
Yeah, he was, but then he made one horrible mistake where Emmanuel Lewis goes up the A gap, but he stutter steps towards the B gap, and then Emmanuel is untouched, right? He should have crashed A, because let's say if he crashes A and Emmanuel cuts outside, you have the edge and the outside corner right there. But you covered the A. That was one of his mistakes. But overall, he had a good game. From, here's the thing too, is also to expectations. What do I expect from Demetrius Flanagan fouls? Our 4th linebacker. The guy who was signed to be a special teamer. What do you expect from him? He's played better than I expected. But he made that horrible mistake. To be like, that horrible mistake is like, oh, that's why he's linebacker 4. That's why. The only reason he's playing is that linebacker 1 and 2, or linebackers 2 and 3 are hurt. Darius Muasau and Micah McFadden, Muasau got injured. He's not back. McFadden got injured, I think, in week 2. He hasn't been back. And there's no point of bringing him back. And again, with Micah, his playing is about expectation. It's about, what do we expect from a 5th-round pick out of the University of Indiana? And this was before the University of Indiana was good, right? This was before Kurt Segnetti showed up. He was with the previous coach. So you're like, do they even have good football players? I don't know. Micah, his expectation, 5th-round pick, University of Indiana, I had 0 expectation from him. 0. And he's exceeded it. But then, but you also see like how horrible this team is without him. Bobby Okereke looks lost. His running mate doesn't know what angles to take. You know what I mean? At a certain point, we got to start blaming these linebackers for not taking good angles and filling the other, B and A gaps that are clear. Because when 3 people attack Dexter Lawrence, Both linebackers aren't touched, so they're free. We need new linebackers. Either Micah McFadden comes back healthy or we draft another one because Okereke ain't it. Because he can't. Because if it's I can't fit the scheme, then you don't get players like that. If you can only do one scheme, then you're not a good linebacker. Because here's the thing too, Wink Martindale's scheme wasn't in Indianapolis. He was with Matt Eberflus for many years, and then Shane Steichman had him. I don't know who their defensive coordinator is now. And then then he left in free agency. That wasn't Wink Martindale's scheme. But then he joins Wink Martindale's scheme. He had a great year, and then now he's in this scheme and doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He's lost. It can't be the scheme, right? It just can't be. As a linebacker, what changes from scheme to scheme for linebackers? You play hook to curl, and you fill in the gap that's not being occupied by your defensive lineman. I'm not saying linebacking is not complicated. It is. But how much variations of linebacking does it change from scheme to scheme? To see the significant drop-off from your first year here to your third year here, that's a talent thing. You've dropped off. This team needs a new overhaul, but the problem is, do I trust the guy who brought Bobby Okereke to this team to be in charge of replacing Bobby Okereke? You know what I mean? I don't. Because he got me Bobby Okereke. He signed Bobby Okereke for one good year, but he gave him a 4-year deal. That's bad management. And then you fired the head coach, but you didn't fire the defensive coordinator.
That was dumb. Probably because you run out of coaches at that point.
Yeah, but I think that means that they don't trust anybody on that defensive coaching staff to be a D coordinator.
Probably not. I mean, you put out this defense.
Yeah, which is crazy too, because Andre Patterson, when he was in Minnesota, he was one of the most respected defensive line coaches in all of the league.
Unless they just want to lose.
Well, that too. Here's the thing too, is we're not even in the running for the number 1 overall pick.
No, the Titans got that.
Yeah, Tankathon. It's because I think it's because they expect us to beat the Commanders.
I mean, I really don't think Titans can win a game.
Yeah, I think it's because they expect us to beat the Commanders that week. And also, too, Jackson Dart may play a game and beat a team that he shouldn't have beaten. Breaking news, actually, he won't be playing this week. He's out with concussion. So thank God.
So preview?
Preview. Yes, let's preview it. Let's do the preview. I'm just trying to see this NFL Tankathon. The Giants are second. Oh, the Titans only have 1 win. Okay. Yeah, the Giants are second.
Yeah, the Titans shouldn't even have that win.
Yeah, who they beat?
The Cardinals on that fluke play.
Yeah.
That's why they literally should have a win.
Yeah. Yeah, you're at 24 with Green Bay and 13 with your own pick.
Yeah, Green Bay's got to lose some games.
Yeah.
That's why you guys should have beat them, goddammit.
Hey, man.
Ruined our pick.
We had a chance. That's the motto of this year for the Giants. We had a chance. But also, too, here is like, who the hell are the Giants going to draft at second? They don't need a quarterback. No. So it ain't a quarterback. They're not going to draft a receiver at second.
Yeah, they will.
Jordan Tyson at 2? Jordan Tyson at 2 out of Arizona State?
At the other one.
Ohio State kid?
Yeah.
Oh, Carnell Tate at 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, you need him. Yeah, especially because Malik Neighbors coming off an injury. Why would you not take a receiver at 2?
Yeah. Because we could draft one of the tackles at 2.
I mean,
if they don't,
it's fine. I mean, it's not great, but it's fine.
Well, the thing is, Jermaine Illuminor, he's a free agent. Well, do you want to re-sign him?
You sign him.
I would resign him.
You get the receiver. Yeah. You need it. You need receiver. You don't have anything.
Yeah, you have nothing.
You need a receiver.
Unless they sign someone in free agency.
Who would you sign?
Exactly. The thing is who. But now let's preview. This week, the New York Giants are against the Detroit Lions with Jameis Winston Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can't run the ball 36 times against the Detroit Lions. Aiden Hutchinson, Derek Barnes, they're gonna be the edges. Who are the tackles for the Lions? I want to know
Um,
the defensive tackles, not the tackles.
Alan McNeil.
Who?
Aline McNeil. I
You're
think
just
that's his
saying you're
name.
just saying stuff.
I think that's his name.
Oh well, yeah, Aleem McNeil.
Yeah,
Aleem.
that's what I
Yeah.
said.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So technically, Derek Barnes plays linebacker, but he also plays edge. You have Tyler Lacey, Alquan Day Muhammad. Aiden Hutchinson is the big guy. Then DJ Reader in the middle, and then they have their linebacking trio of Derek Barnes, Jack Campbell, and Alex Enenzoli. Damn, they got rid of Malcolm Rodriguez. That was a couple years ago. But then they have the two safeties, Kirby Joseph, Brian Branch, and then Meek Robinson and Terrion Arnold. This is going to be one of the easiest games for those corners. They're going to be chilling. So nothing. Terrion Arnold's not going to be picked apart, so that's good for him. Branch and Kirby Joseph, two of the crazier safety duos in the NFL. Brian Branch has been fined, I believe, over $25,000 in his young NFL career. And Kirby Joseph is one of the most hated safeties in all of the NFL because they think he's the most dirty safety in the entire NFL. Aiden Hutchinson, Andrew Thomas, he's going to have a big problem with Aiden because Aiden has power and speed. He's about 6'5". He's strong. He got some good speed on him. So there's, that's going to be a big battle today. It could go. I think it could go either way. It could either Aiden like crushes him and whoops his ass, or Andrew Thomas stands him up because I saw the chart today where it said tackles when they're left on an island. The best tackles in the NFL, I think, were Colton Miller, Andrew Thomas, and some Laramie Tunsil. Those were the three. Those were the highest three. So 1-on-1, we'll see. We'll see. This is going to be a big test. A big test. It's on the road in Detroit. That our defense against their offensive line of Taylor Decker, Penei Sewell, Tay Rutledge. But it's gonna be not Tay Rutledge. It's gonna be the rookies. I think Dylan Fairchild and Christian Mahogany. I think. Let me double check. Rookie guards, Detroit Lions. Oh, it is Tay Rutledge. I thought it was. Oh, they drafted the other Georgia kid, Tay Rutledge. Okay, got it. I thought it was Dylan Fairchild. So yeah, so I guess it's gonna be, you know, Tay Rutledge and Christian Mahogany. So there's that. So good for them. I hope the defensive line does something. But this is one of the best tackle duos in all the NFL. This is one of the best offensive lines in all the NFL. Abdul Carter, second week, he's gonna be starting. That was a weird story about him, and I think they blew it. So he was punished by not playing the first defensive series, just like CD and George Pickens. But it was a little different though. He wasn't gambling all night. He was late to a practice because he was in the training room getting
I thought they said he was
treatment.
sleeping.
So he was in the training room asleep.
I don't know. That was just a rumor that he was sleeping.
Oh no, that was the rumor. But then they said, oh, he was in the training room getting treatment. So why didn't anyone tell him, hey, you got practice? How's that his, he's getting treatment. Treatment's treatment. You may need more, you may need less, you don't know. But why didn't anyone tell him, oh, you got practice in 15 minutes? Or you got practice in 10 minutes? You need to leave, you need to go to practice. Why'd you let him, he's in the building. Why didn't anyone say, hey, as a reminder, hey, dog, as a reminder, hey, you need to go to practice real quick. That I didn't understand. I didn't get it.
Probably because they were already at practice.
Okay, yeah, sure. I guess, yeah.
I mean, if everybody's at practice, who's there to tell them?
I don't know the medical staff that's like, hey, you should go to practice, dog. Like, do they also not know the schedule?
Maybe
I'm,
not. Maybe they
I'm.
just focus on their jobs and they don't pay attention to what everybody else is doing.
Okay, I guess so. I've been getting the guards wrong this entire time. So they drafted Miles Frazier and Tay Rutledge. I thought they drafted Dylan Fairchild and Christian Mahogany.
That's why you always have to fact check Ferris.
Where the hell's Dylan Fairchild?
Always says incorrect information and misinforms the public.
So Dylan is in Cincinnati. Nobody. Oh no, Christian Mahogany. Yeah, no. Mahogany is a lion. Mahogany is a lion. I was right. Let's go. Oh, but he was drafted actually not this year, but last year. My apologies.
Okay, can we get this going? I mean, the Giants are going to get their asses handed.
Yeah,
to
we're gonna
them.
lose. We're gonna
I
lose.
mean,
I'm
the Lions
gonna
lost
go.
last week pretty badly
Yeah,
to the Eagles. They couldn't really put any offense up, so they're definitely going to want to come to this week, want to
I'm
put
gonna
it on whoever they
go.
come. And they're going to put it on the Giants badly.
I'm gonna go 40, 21.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, yeah, around 40-14.
Yeah, 40, 14, 40, 21. Yeah. They're getting 40 because this isn't a big game, so Jared Goff is gonna play good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. I mean, and they always bounce back well. They bounce back well
yeah,
after they lose, and they, like I said, they always like kick their next opponent's ass.
yeah. So there it is.
Oh, and can we talk about Scatterboo's week?
I mean, it's overblown, man. It's overblown.
I mean, he's had
It is.
he's had a hell of a week.
No, he had a hell of a week, but the way people are trying to paint it as like, bro, okay, he was at a WWE event. We all know it's fake. Of course, he wasn't gonna get hurt.
And
Y'all,
he's at WWE. He's streaming. He's been on other people's streams.
you got to dominate the taco, bro. How do you eat your taco? Do you eat it straight up? Do you bend it? Like, what do you do? I don't
Normal
know.
fucking person. What do you mean?
Like, I don't know what he meant. Like, what do you mean? Like, you churn the taco? Like,
Like a sandwich? I don't know.
I think that it proves to me that this man only eats hard shell tacos.
Yeah.
Because if you're with the with the regular tacos, you don't churn the taco because the meat will fall out of the tortilla. You gotta hold it straight up and go like this.
It will always fall out unless the only one that wouldn't fall out is like those the one from Jack in the Box that are like closed at the top.
Yeah, those. Yeah, I
That's
used to
the
eat
only
those.
ones that wouldn't fall out if you hold
Yeah,
it sideways.
exactly. Like I think he was talking about probably like Taco Bell's tacos, where like the crunchy ones, and you gotta
But
churn it a
still,
little.
you
Like
would still fall out.
it probably because when you crunch it, it crunches and it all falls out. Everything falls out of a taco. The tortilla, I don't know,
So you
man.
don't have any problems with him doing all these streams and going on
I,
other
you
people's
know,
streams
you know what,
and
man?
doing
I'd
all that
rather
stuff.
him stream and go on other people's streams than finding out that he's at a nightclub at 3 a.m. and almost got shot. You know
Or
what I
shoot
mean?
himself
Ex-
at a club.
exactly. Where the gun slips from his waistband and goes off. That's what happened, right? So his pants is loose and the gun is on the waistband and he stands up and it slips and bang. You know what I mean? I prefer this. Here's the thing too, like we need to like realize like, oh, our athletes now, they're not at the club at 4 a.m. almost getting shot or almost getting run over. Like, you ever heard that story of Steven Jackson, right? The basketball player? He was at a club. They were shooting at the club. They were shooting at his friend. He pulls out his gun. He starts shooting at them. He then gets run over by a car. It's 4 a.m., 3 a.m. You know what I mean? Shoot, stream as much as you want, fam. Play as much video games as you want. I don't care. Go to WWE events that are all staged and we all know you're protected. Do that. I don't care. But my biggest problem is Roy Robinson Harris, you need to learn how to throw a punch better, man. Come on, dog. What was that? Come on, dog. Be a little bit better, man. Someone should have taught him beforehand how to attack because it looked bad.
You
It
got to
looked
snap it. You got to
Yeah, you
snap
gotta
it.
snap it, man. Because he was doing like the big guy thing where like
Yeah,
he's
where
going
they
like
go over the top.
yeah, they go over the top. Yeah, that was my only problem. You need to do a little bit better, Roy. A little bit better. But overall, I have no problem with Cam doing any of this. He's rehabbing. He's dude, and people don't understand, man. Like you broke your leg. He broke his leg, his ankle, and he tore a ligament. You're doing this rehab. You're by yourself. You're isolated. You're going through pain and suffering. And if you don't know what rehabbing feels like, I've talked to a lot of athletes. I've been around a lot of athletes. They'd say, man, it's one of the most isolating, depressing, sad feelings in all of sports. When you get hurt and you're not near the team, you're on a different schedule. You're trying to find some happiness, and he's finding some happiness, and good for him. Good for him. Speaking of happiness, the Dallas Cowboys are on a one-game winning streak.
Hell yeah,
Uh,
we are.
can they make
Let's
it two in a
go.
row? Are you? Is it another Monday night game?
No, it's the game of the week Sunday.
Oh yeah, against the Eagles. So it is America's game of the week. Dallas Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagles, 1 o'clock. Um, break it down.
Feel
It's
optimistic.
you do because game one, you looked like you were cooking them.
We should have won. We should have won that game if CD Lamb doesn't drop the ball. He dropped another ball at the Raiders game. He dropped a
Yes,
wide
he
open touchdown.
yes he did. A lot of
So
bettors are very upset.
that's unbelievable. I mean, right now, I mean George Pickens is playing better than CD Lamb right now.
Yes.
So that's what's up.
Do you
But
resign him?
we should. I mean, probably most likely we're gonna franchise tag him. That's why it likely would happen.
Hey, how do you guys get the? But he didn't start with you guys. How do you guys get the franchise tag?
You can franchise anybody.
Man, the PA needs to get rid of that. Man, the PA needs to. They need power, man. The PA is a joke,
Yeah,
bro.
it's not like the restricted tender or whatever. It has nothing to do with any of that. You literally can franchise any player.
Yeah, the NFLPA they need a bunch of cowards. Continue, man. Continue.
Um, so yeah, I feel good going into this game. Maybe I shouldn't, but I feel like like I said, our defense has a lot of pieces added to it. The biggest one being Quentin Williams. But they didn't play a lot with the Chevron Revel or DeMar being overshown, and those type of guys coming back. Logan Wilson didn't even play. They kind of got a feel for it, um, and they didn't show like too much. And I feel like they did kind of feel like guys that didn't haven't played a lot
Hmm.
for a while. So, but I think that getting that one game under the belts, now I think they finally get acclimated. Now I think they can come into this game fully ready to go and play a lot more. And I think they're going to have a big effect in this game. I think the defense is going to be a lot better. Our defense was pretty, like, it wasn't great. They moved the ball a lot in the first game, but we kept them from scoring a lot of the time. And so, I mean, they may be able to move the ball, but I mean, we've seen this Eagles offense. I mean, they don't score anything. I mean, they just can't put it in the end zone.
Yeah, man. They only scored 16 points last week. They were a lot of people were like saying that pass interference call at the end of the game that ended it wasn't pass interference.
It wasn't.
Yeah, so they got bailed out there. But yeah, man, I'm with you, man. Like,
I mean, so we have
there's a
opportunity
chance.
opportunities to win this game. Just because Jalen Hurts hasn't thrown the ball well, Saquon Barkley hasn't run the ball well.
Yeah,
They just haven't done anything on offense too well. And then their best offensive lineman, Lane Johnson, is hurt. He's not going to play in this game.
cheating
Uh,
ass.
that's going to be a big advantage to us, especially
But do you
that
have the defensive ends
we,
to
we've
take advantage
had
of that?
we've had a better pass rush in the last few weeks.
Mhm.
I mean, even when the games we've lost, like the Broncos and the Cardinals, we were getting pressure in those games. We were just in the back. It was in the back end that we were just getting torched. Um, but up front, we were getting pressure. We've shown we can stop the run, especially with Saquon. He didn't really do anything else in the first game.
Mhm.
He hasn't really done anything throughout the season.
Mhm.
So I don't expect him to really go off in this game. I think we'll be able to shut him down pretty well. in this game as well. So like I said, the only worry is the back end. Um, are they going to give up a lot of big plays? They gave up one big play in the first game. Um, to I think it was John Dotson that got that one big pass. But other than that, they didn't really do anything outside of that one big play. But I still am worried a little bit. I'm worried about Dallas Goddard eating us up because that's what happened just this past week is with Brock Bowers. So I'm worried about that one. But just the front side of the defense, I'm not worried. I think they're going to play well. I think they're going to get pressure, and I don't think they'll be
I
able
think
to
it's actually
score
gonna be
too
a
much.
low scoring game
Yeah,
because
I think so too.
both of these defenses got new pieces, right? Because here's the thing about the game one, right? Jalen Carter got kicked out.
Hmm.
He's not gonna get kicked out this game,
I mean, we don't know
and
that.
well, unless you spit at him again, um, sneaky Dak
We
Prescott.
did spit at him. He spit at the
Yeah,
ground. How did you spit at him?
yeah, okay, all right, sure.
He spit at the ground.
But then they also have Jalen Phillips now, so they've improved their pass rush, and he's been playing very well as well. And they took they took those two tackles against Detroit for a ride. I think it's gonna be low score. It's gonna be lower than people think it was. I don't think it's gonna be a high scoring game.
I think so too. Um, the good thing is we have both receivers playing excellent right now.
Hmm.
So yeah, maybe Quinyon Mitchell takes one of them out, but the other one's gonna tear up the other corner. So I feel good about that. I feel good about Jake
The
Ferguson.
hell is the other corner? Is it
I have no
Cooper
idea.
DeJean?
Yeah, that's
Was
Cooper
it
DeJean.
no? Because they don't play him at corner. They
Yeah, but
play
I
him
mean,
at
it's
like
not like
slot
yeah, but it's not
safety.
like CD plays and kind of CD play, kind of plays everywhere. So
It's a Dory Jackson.
is
The
it? I think
outside
they have
corner.
someone else. I'm pretty sure they have
They
someone else.
replace him.
I think they replaced him already.
Good.
I don't remember who it was, but I think they have someone else there.
Yeah. Let me check this.
But I like I think I feel that Jake Ferguson can have a good game in this week. Off of the line, I mean, a little shaky. It's at times. A little afraid of obviously Jaden Cardigan pressure. Definitely on Terrence Steele's side.
Yeah, it's
Def-
Keely Ringo and Adoree Jackson on the
yeah, I
outside,
knew it wasn't.
and then they have DeJean as the nickel.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I don't love what Terrence Steele has been doing. So worried about the pressure getting to Dak sometimes. But Dak just needs to do what he's been doing, and
Mhm.
I think it'd be fine. And we run the ball well. We do run the ball well with Javante Williams. We do open up holes for him. So if we can control time of possession, that'd be great. Um, and like, because if we do, then they don't get a lot of opportunities on their side. And with their offense, I don't think they can do much. So I'd like us to run the ball, control the time possession, and try to just grind out this win.
Mhm. Yeah, it's going to be Fred Johnson as the tackle on the right side. So Fred's the seventh year man out of Florida. So that's going to be a key to everything for you guys. So Caleb, score. Where are we going?
Going 24-20 Cowboys.
So we like game one, but the reverse winner.
Yes, basically.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. I'm going same score, but I'm saying that I think the Eagles beat you. I think your back end is just too bad.
It's bad.
Just yeah,
It's
it's just
bad.
bad. It's just too bad. And this could be a get right game for AJ Brown.
I doubt it.
Like, well, yeah, it's true.
Even a get right game, he'll still complain.
Yeah, I only got 7 targets. How dare you? It's like, bro, seven's a lot. I don't know what you're talking about. I want 15. But yeah, but I think also too, like, I think who's gonna guard Devonta Smith? Like, I don't think anyone you have in the back end. But like you literally said, Caleb, you said, oh, we got pressure against Arizona, but we still lost
Yeah.
because the back end is bad. Because here's the thing too, yeah, they lost the right tackle, but they didn't lose any of their guards, right? And a lot of Quentin Williams is on the inside, and like yeah, I understand. Osa Digizoo is also on the inside, but like Dante Fowler, Sam Williams,
They're not even playing that much.
exactly like they
I
don't.
mean, they've been replaced by Houston and who else was it? I can't remember who else.
Yeah, James Houston. I'm not okay. Like he doesn't move the needle. You know what I mean? And like who gets sacrificed to Jordan Mailata, right? Is it Houston or is it the other
Oh,
guy?
Ezraku, that's who I was thinking of.
Ezraku, Donovan Ezraku,
Yeah,
and
he's been playing majority of the snaps now, and
yeah, and
he's been doing well.
Ezraku,
He's very much improved from the
yeah,
beginning of the
because
year.
Ezraku needs to know how to his speed. He needs to know how to transition from speed to power. Because there were certain times where he got mauled early on. Where because he's a little smaller defensive end to these tackles, and he got mauled away. But he has Fred Johnson, so one of them has to take Fred Johnson apart. Because I don't think you guys win the Jordan against Jordan Mailata. I don't think so. Donovan or James Houston. So y'all need to take apart Fred
Yeah, I just think
Johnson.
it's gonna be the interior. Interior is just gonna basically do all the work.
Yeah,
Um,
because but the thing
Kenny
is,
Clark,
yeah,
Osa, and
Quinn.
Quinnen is just a hell of a rotation. That's a
And
hell
you
of a
know what?
rotation.
And you know what, man? Those guards and that center, it's gonna be a great battle. Jurgens, Dickerson's back. Because game one, that's where he got injured. Dickerson, he's been back, and then they have Tyler Steen. So those three against your three, that's gonna be the battle right there. Whoever wins that battle, I think wins the game. If they can hold up inside, then I think they win 24-21. That's what I think. The game-winning field goal by Jake Elliott. Give it to him.
Well,
No,
that'd be 4 points. Well, what did you say? Oh, you
24-21.
you basically say the exact same score.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
You know what?
and
No,
how would they
scratch
win
that.
by field goal? Then they would win by 4 points.
24-21 is by 3 points.
Oh, 24-21. Okay.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm going to go 28-21.
Why would you go 28-21? They
I don't
can't
know.
score.
All right, fine. I'll go back down to 24-21 then. 24-21.
They literally don't score points.
Yeah. All right. That does it. Thank you guys so much for joining us. My team stinks. I don't want to talk about that, but I got to. Caleb has some delusion that the Cowboys will do something. So we'll see if that actually comes to fruition. Where else they can find you on the channels, Caleb?
You can find me on Wednesday nights, 8 o'clock, doing good, doing betting the NFL. All we do is try to make guys money. The most recent episode is up on the channel right now, so go watch that so you can get your bets in and try to win some money. You can also find me at NFL Caleb 22 on Instagram and Twitter/X. So follow me there.
All right, guys. My name is Fares Muthana. You find me at Fares Muthana on Twitter. Find me here every Friday. This episode's pre-recorded, but we do this show live every Friday, 5 o'clock Pacific. Your friends, better rivals, and then we also have an entertainment channel where I'm on the Rewatchers Councils, where we do them Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Wednesdays we do the Marvel rewatch. Thursdays we do the Buffy rewatch, which is like the first ever Rewatchers Council, and then we do on Fridays we do Angel as well. So I'll be there as well. That's on the post credits. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us. Hope you had a wonderful time. And to all my Giants fans, just stay strong, and just find other sources of happiness. Like go outside and look at a sun, just like a sunshine or something, or like look at a sunset, or buy yourself a good cake. Just find some other form of happiness, because this team ain't giving it to you. And they have not been giving it to you for the past 10 years. It ain't happening. So find something else. So thank you for my New York Knicks for being that other happiness.
How are they happiness? They literally lose all the time.
Well, they've been better. We made the conference
And what did they
championship.
do?
We lost in 7.
They lost.
In 7.
They lost.
Well, I think we're gonna make the NBA championship this year.
Well, that's because the East has nobody else. I mean,
Exactly.
like the,
So, I think it's gonna be us and Detroit in the conference finals. Detroit's pretty good. Look
I
at
can't
Detroit.
even name a Detroit player, honestly.
Cade Cunningham.
I have no idea who that is.
Well, you don't watch basketball.
I know, but that's the thing. But the fact that I don't even know who that you even know. Like, I know some players.
Caleb, you know one guy.
I know some players. I know.
You know Cooper Flag.
I know. Okay, yeah, I kind of know that one.
That's it.
No, I know one.
Who?
LeBron.
Okay. Name three more.
Anthony Davis.
Non-Mavericks.
uh,
Name three non-Mavericks. Three more non-Mavericks.
Donovan Mitchell.
Oh yeah, good for you. Yeah, yeah.
He
Okay.
was a Maverick, but
Donovan Mitchell was not a Maverick. He was never a Maverick.
what was the other guy that was a Maverick? Can't
Can't believe
remember.
you. I can't believe you weren't. You're not gonna say like the biggest one.
Well, I know Luca.
Yeah. Well, yeah. See, he was a Maverick.
Uh, Bronny.
Jesus Christ. We're ending the show. We're ending the show.